So this guy got demonetized by YouTube for issues relating to inauthentic content and circumvention. Now, in the process, he lost $27,000, which had already been transferred into his AdSense account. But then when YouTube saw the whole issue, they had to deduct that $27,000 that's already due to be transferred to his bank account in 2 days. They withdrew it. Now, what we're going to do in this video now is that we're going to check the type of content he makes on YouTube, and then we'll contrast them with the YouTube policy and check if really, by virtue of the YouTube verdict, if he was guilty for the demonetization or if he wasn't guilty for the demonetization and YouTube wrongly demonetized him. So come over, let's get it started. If you check on December 20th, he came on Twitter and was like, what the hell? YouTube is refusing to pay me $27,000 that I rightfully earned. I worked my ass off for this content. This is absolutely unacceptable. You can see that comment there. Then down below, you'll see that he put a screenshot of the money there, and you can see $27 there, and that amount was deactivated or deducted from his AdSense account. So that's how the whole issue started. Then when you go on his other page, you will see where he was challenging YouTube and saying that YouTube actually said in their policy that whenever a money gets transferred from your YouTube studio to your AdSense account, it will definitely be transferred to you, but not the other way around, such that when the money gets transferred to your AdSense account, it could still be removed and not transferred to you. So it was making those cases to YouTube. So you can also see that here. The issue kept going on. From his YouTube studio, you can see the amount of money he's making, that he has been making lots of money from the type of video he makes. So you can see $60,000 there. These are huge amount of money if you ask me. Then you can also see from here that he's making lots of money also. You can see that even Grok AI on X actually said and confirmed that he makes lots of AI generated content. That's the community note on X. Actually said that he makes lots of AI generated content. So these are the things we're going to confirm when we get into his YouTube channel to actually be sure if he actually makes content like that. So many other persons were saying you were using AI to create trash content that make a lot of views. Glad you were demonetized so small content creators can get some more money. YouTube said a long time ago that they are not allowing this. You can see that he was communicating with YouTube, trying to get info from YouTube on how to resolve the whole issue, but then he also ended up in terminating his YouTube account. So this is what you're seeing here. He said, I need urgent help. My channel was wrongly terminated twice within 1 month, and now my entire AdSense balance has been withheld without explanation. So it affected all of his YouTube channel and also affected his own AdSense account. So you know how that works. So now what we'll do is that we'll check the YouTube channel to see if really this person makes AI content that are actually against the YouTube policy. But first of all, we'll pull out the YouTube inauthentic content policy to see what's about. So when we go there, you see that YouTube says inauthentic content policy targets mass-produced, repetitive, and low-effort video. That's to say any video that you're posting that's looking as if you're just outsourcing it to people to just help you produce and you're just posting. So they are against that because it's looking as if it is factory made. Then they don't want maybe you repeating content. They don't want you doing that, and any low effort content that you do not put too much effort to. So we're taking note of these three things now. It's saying mass produced, repetitive, and low effort content. Then we also check the YouTube policy also, and you can see the YouTube policy says we are making minor edits to our repetitious content policy to better clarify. This includes content that is repetitive or mass produced. So recently, as of July 15th, the new update that was made to the YouTube policy now has actually made a change that is actually affecting people like this. So now we'll go into his YouTube channel now, officially now, and first of all, see the type of content he makes. After we've seen the type of content he makes, then we'll have to start making analysis of the type of content he makes and be sure if those content are actually looking as though they are mass produced, as though they are repetitive, or as though they are looking as if they are low effort content. And so from his page, we're able to find that his YouTube channel is this. We're going to go to Voice of Anti-May to actually check what type of content is actually there. Even if that channel isn't his channel, but at least it is a channel that he looks up to. So we're going to check that YouTube channel. So on this YouTube channel, you can see that there's lots of content on this YouTube channel. You can see so many content on this YouTube channel. Like all of them are 1 hour and above. Like you literally do not see, you hardly see any content that is like less than 1 hour. The least you will see is 53 minutes. So it's a storytelling content, and there are lots of views on this YouTube channel. And this channel has been running for a very long time. So, but if we say we should click into the video to see the type of content he's making, we'll see what we can find. So we'll click on the first video first. Click on that first.
My daughter took my social security check and took off for the beat.
So from the way this video is looking now, you cannot tell if it is actually inauthentic content or mass-produced content. So, but then, for something not to be inauthentic or mass-produced, it has to have lots of effort, or something that is not low effort. So, at least we're seeing the picture here. So, we want to see a situation where maybe there's lots of picture to back up this story. You understand? Because now it's a slideshow type of story. So, we want to expect that there's lots of pictures on this storytelling. So, we'll just scroll through so that we don't open the channel to avoid reuse content. We'll just scroll through. So after scrolling through and moving like through the story, I want to see that there's still one picture showing there. So when you play the video,
to my ear, not setting down my glass.
It's still that same picture that's shown. That's to say, the content was made with just one image in it. Just one image for the almost the whole entire 1 hour. Only one image was showing on the YouTube content. That's to say, probably all the effort was put into the storytelling or the story writing, but then no effort was put into the amount of pictures that is needed to portray or sell this story to the public. But then it's still getting views, so I guess everybody still loves it. But then we are not YouTube. YouTube has its own policy. So we move further into this content and still check if maybe there's any changes. There's still no changes. So for video number 1, lots of audio but no pictures or video content, just static image and audio. So we'll go to the second video too and see how it looks like. So we'll pick another random video and see if maybe there will be difference also. So we'll pick this random one and let it play.
Was in high spirits, burning with the desire to tell my son and daughter.
This one is playing now.
My brother had left me his lake house and 2 condos. I was carrying gifts for my.
So this one is playing now, but there's still one picture there. So I'll just move randomly to see if maybe they interchange pictures. That's to say, pictures that are related to the story being told, just to give you that more mental nuance of where the author of this content is trying to get to. So we'll just jump across.
In the room behind me.
Still the same picture.
I stood at the kitchen with a tragic face and a
still
story
the same
about
picture.
how they
Still the
died
same
during
picture.
childbirth. They count. Enough acting, Mom.
Still
I
the
know
same
you're
picture.
stalling.
So
I raised my eyebrows and
just like the initial video, they put lots of effort into the storytelling, into the voiceover and everything, but then no effort was put into the pictures to actually sell the story to the audience. So it's kind of looking as though it's resembling a low effort content, like YouTube said. So, and also with all of them looking the same way, it's also looking as though it is mass produced or repetitive, because everything is looking the same way. Because if you check all of the thumbnails are literally alike. So we'll check the thumbnails now. You see all the thumbnails for this picture are literally having just one format. That's one. Then the storytelling style is also having just one format. That's another kind of repetitive style. Then still just one picture in almost all in 2 of them that I've checked so far. So we'll still check again, actually see if maybe really there's a difference in the content being made. So we'll pick another random story and just check again.
You're going to the facility, whether you want to or not.
So this is looking like a very interesting story as a starting, but then we'll just keep to see if maybe there's a change in the picture to actually sell the story. They play it.
Adolescence.
Still the same picture. Still the same picture.
Serena kept her word.
Still the same picture.
Having lost control.
So on this YouTube channel, they make a story, just look for just one picture, and that's the picture that stays there from the start to the end. More like it's as though you're listening to a radio. You get my point? So like you literally don't have to watch the video, you just have to place your earpiece on your ear and just enjoy the story, but then you don't have to look at your screen. That's literally how this content is designed to be consumed, because you will not get any value from looking at the screen. The only value you get is from the audio. That's how this content was designed to be consumed. So this is the third video that we're watching, and we realize that all of them are following the same pattern. And according to the YouTube regulation, it's saying that they don't want content that are what mass-produced, repetitive, low effort, that lack originality or significant education content. Let's not even bother ourselves about that. Let's just stay with the mass production. So to actually nail the point of mass production, we'll check how much video they post in a day, because you cannot say something is mass produced when it is not getting posted a lot. So we'll check how many content they post a day. So we'll go back. So from what I can see here, before this channel probably got demonetized, they posted 3 weeks ago, 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 before we see 4 weeks ago. That's to say, in a week, they post 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They post 6 times in a week. Now, if you're a content creator who makes content that are 1 hour long, you would know that it's actually impossible to make stories like this, to be able to write a story, design, edit, and do everything, and be able to post 6 times in a week. It will be practically impossible to be able to do that if really you are actually the one doing it. You understand? There's nothing wrong in getting the content outsourced to others, which is also very, very fine. But then now, when you get it outsourced to others, YouTube doesn't care. They don't just want to be mass posting. You get the point? Now, so this person is making content of 1 hour because YouTube is assuming you're the one with the channel. You don't want to care if you employed someone to get it done for you. I don't think they want to care about that. They don't assume you're the one with the channel. So if you, as a human being, you're able to post 1 hour content every single day, like 6 times out of 7 days in a week, then definitely you're getting help from someone else, which is not bad, but then you're getting help from somewhere else. So that's like 6 content in a week. Then we'll check the 4th week now. So 4 weeks ago, they posted 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times. Okay, let's work with the 4 weeks. So 4 weeks ago, they posted 3 times in a week too. So more like, if you actually want to make a content very, very engaging in the way YouTube actually wants it, that's to say, you will put a lot of pictures or videos inside of your content. That's to say, for each of these stories that is 1 hour long, you're talking about having nothing less than 100 to 150 images in it, and these images will be changing from time to time, and they will not look like each other, at least not completely like each other. If I would want to give my verdict on this YouTube channel, I would say, at least for the inauthentic content claim that YouTube has struck against this person, I would say that at least a minimum of 2 out of 3, this person is actually guilty of it. So if out of three requirements you actually fail to, we can say that is enough to actually get you demonetized. So I might be wrong, this is my opinion, but I think in demonetizing this YouTube channel, YouTube actually did right to demonetize this person, because if everybody on YouTube is actually creating this type of content, there will be problem. Why? Because nobody will be watching what anybody says anymore. They will just be listening to audio. We need to understand that YouTube is not a radio, because if you are actually producing content that are actually meant to be consumed as a radio, it means you're discouraging people to actually pay attention to the images on the screen. And YouTube shows ads. They show their adverts when you're looking at the screen. So how would you be able to easily to effectively interact with the ads of YouTube if you're not looking at the screen? You get the point now. So if everybody on YouTube now actually starts storytelling in this format now, it actually be bad for the system. And imagine a period of maybe 10, 20 years, everybody makes content like this. When you come on YouTube, this is actually what you'll be seeing. Then for another claim that was struck against this person, it was said to be generating AI slop. So according to people on X, they said this user runs accounts full of AI generated content. YouTube is cracking down on AI slop. So for you to actually be producing content in this level, it actually tells you that the story could possibly be generated with AI, the voiceover generated with AI, and the images generated with AI. And mind you, YouTube is not against you using AI to create content, but the manner in which you use those AI is actually what YouTube is against. So if you do not come up with any fresh story, you are not coming up with any fresh story of any sort, you just go to any AI of your choice, Gemini, ChatGPT, just generate a story. It's only a matter of time before the stories being generated by AI will start be looking alike to so many other stories, because nobody is bringing that human factor into the whole thing. Everything is coming from AI. So it's only a matter of time before AI starts giving what he has given to someone else before, start giving that same thing to another person. Because imagine 20 million people generating content. You might not know sitting in your room, but when people who are actually able to look at 20 million channels actually look at it, they will actually see that similarity. But you who is just having like 10, 20 channels and thinking everything is different, you might not know that your content that ChatGPT has generated for you is looking alike to the content generated to someone in America, or someone in UK, or someone in Ukraine, or someone in any other part of the world. You understand? You will not be able to tell. So YouTube has the bigger eye to be able to look at large number of channels, 15 million, 20 million channels, and able to see a pattern which they know that if this pattern is left to be sustained, it's only a matter of time before everybody starts looking like this. And you know what problem with YouTube is that when people look at your channel and they know that whatever you're doing is actually working, they start trying to do something like that. So imagine all these type of channels that are actually succeeding being left on the platform. YouTube we now have lots of people pivoting to this type of content, which at the end of the day is actually a very big problem for the platform. So I think maybe that's what YouTube was looking at when he decided to demonetize this YouTube channel. I feel bad for the owner of this YouTube channel. I feel very bad for him, but obviously it's duty. So I hope he's going to pivot to a content much better.